Next, NASA says its Voyager 1 probe, the most distant human-made object in the universe, is sending usable information to Earth again, and is currently more than 15 billion miles from Earth.
Out there, beyond everything we've ever known, the universe just goes on and on. Ever wonder what's lurking in the far reaches of space? NASA's Voyager probes weren't content to just wonder. They blasted off and pushed past every boundary we thought existed. And what they've found? Let's just say, it's stuff most of us only dream about. Think of this: endless clouds of shimmering cosmic dust, galaxies so distant they feel like ancient legends, and mysterious signals that leave even scientists scratching their heads. Every mile they cross, they send back jaw-dropping snapshots and mysterious data. It's like the universe itself is teasing us with glimpses of something even bigger, even stranger. What secrets are still out there waiting to be discovered? Humanity's ultimate adventure. Back in the summer of 1977, two spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, blasted off on a mission unlike anything humanity had ever attempted. Their goal? To explore the mysterious outer reaches of our solar system. Excitement buzzed as scientists and everyday people alike prepared to learn the secrets of the cosmos. But no one could have predicted just how far these brave little explorers would go, or how much they'd change the way we see our place in the universe. So how did they do it? The Voyagers launched on a carefully planned path, using the gravity of each outer planet to catapult themselves to the next, picking up speed and distance with each encounter. It was a bold move, betting everything on gravity to carry them beyond what we thought possible. And wow, did that gamble pay off? As each Voyager approached a new planet, they sent back images and data that turned our understanding of the solar system on its head. One of the mission's biggest moments came when they encountered Jupiter. As they neared the giant gas planet, they entered a storm of intense radiation generated by Jupiter's magnetic field. The Voyagers were built to survive rough conditions, but this was next level. It was like flying through a thunderstorm, hoping for the best. Miraculously, they made it through, sending back stunning images of Jupiter's famous Great Red Spot, a storm the size of Earth, churning for centuries. Next, the Voyagers set their sights on Saturn. They spotted hidden moons, including icy Enceladus, now thought to hold an ocean beneath its frozen crust. And those famous rings? The Voyagers captured breathtaking close-ups, showing billions of tiny ice particles dancing around Saturn. Voyager 2's journey didn't stop there. It went on to become the only spacecraft to visit Uranus and Neptune. It sent back images of Uranus's tilted rings and discovered Neptune's raging storm, the Great Dark Spot. Each encounter revealed new secrets of these distant planets and their moons. But the true magic happened after the planetary tour. The Voyagers kept going, venturing into uncharted territory. In 2012, Voyager 1 crossed into this unknown region, followed by Voyager 2 in 2018. Today, they are the farthest-reaching objects ever launched by humankind, still sending back clues about the vast unknown beyond our solar system. The Voyagers are more than just spacecraft. They're symbols of our boundless curiosity. Originally launched to seize a rare alignment of planets, the Voyagers have become legendary icons of exploration. Proof that when we dare to dream big, we can go beyond what anyone thought possible. But what really made these missions a success? The Voyagers didn't just collect data, they made history. As they passed by Jupiter, they captured mind-blowing images of the Great Red Spot, uncovered active volcanoes on Io, and peered through Saturn's icy rings. Once their primary mission was over, they didn't turn around. They pushed farther, venturing into the vast unknown, deeper into interstellar space. Fast forward to today, and these spacecraft are still surprising us. Voyager 1 and 2 are now the farthest human-made objects from Earth, traveling beyond the reach of our sun's influence. They've crossed the heliopause, the ultimate boundary where our solar system ends and the unknown begins. Each year, the data they send back reshapes everything we thought we knew about space. But here's where it gets really mind-blowing. The Voyagers are not just explorers, they're time capsules. Inside each spacecraft is a golden record, a message to any potential extraterrestrial civilizations that might one day stumble upon them. It's a snapshot of humanity. Sounds, images, music, and more, offering a glimpse of Earth and its people, sent across the stars in the hope that we are not alone. Launched in the 1970s, the Voyagers were an engineering marvel, built to endure the brutal conditions of space, freezing temperatures, radiation, and micrometeoroids. They've lasted far beyond expectations. How did they manage to stay alive for decades? Radioisotope thermoelectric generators powered their systems, turning heat from radioactive decay into electricity, keeping them running long past their expected lifespan. And what about its communication with Earth? That's where the high-gain antennas came in. These massive dishes sent and received signals from Earth, allowing us to stay in touch even as the spacecraft soared farther than any human-made object before them. Inside the Voyagers, scientific instruments measured magnetic fields, plasma, and cosmic rays, giving us an unprecedented look at the outer solar system and beyond. However, the most extraordinary part of this whole mission is the Golden Record. It's humanity's boldest gesture yet, a cosmic message in a bottle. The creation of the Voyagers wasn't just about space exploration. It was a monumental undertaking blending cutting-edge engineering, groundbreaking science, and a dash of imagination. What challenges did engineers face in building these cosmic adventurers? How did they prepare for a mission that would push the limits of technology? The Voyager's journey shows us just how far humanity can go when we push the boundaries of exploration and dream beyond the stars. Building the Voyager spacecraft. Building the Voyager spacecraft wasn't your average engineering job. It was a massive, high-stakes challenge that required cutting-edge technology, clever problem-solving, and a lot of patience. After all, these spacecraft were about to venture farther than any human-made object had ever gone before. So, at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, a team of engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to make sure the Voyagers were up for the job. It all started in a clean room, where every component was carefully assembled to keep out any dirt or contamination. This might sound like an over-the-top precaution, but when you're dealing with spacecraft that will be out in the harsh conditions of space for decades, every detail matters. Even the tiniest speck of dust could mess with the sensitive instruments. Once the spacecraft was fully assembled, each part, like the scientific tools, communication systems, and power sources, was individually tested to make sure it would work perfectly when combined. Then came the real challenge: testing. How do you make sure a spacecraft will survive the chaos of launch and the freezing vacuum of space? First, the Voyagers were subjected to vibration tests to simulate the violent shaking they would endure during takeoff. The power of a rocket launch is no joke, so engineers wanted to be sure everything would stay in place and function properly when the spacecraft rocketed into space. But that was just the beginning. Space is a cruel place with extreme temperatures, so the spacecraft had to be able to survive everything from the blistering heat near the sun to the freezing cold of deep space. To test this, the spacecraft was placed in thermal vacuum chambers, where engineers could replicate the freezing cold of space and the scorching heat near the sun. These tests ensured the spacecraft could handle all the temperature swings they'd encounter without any issues. Now, powering a spacecraft millions of miles from Earth is a challenging task. Most spacecraft rely on solar panels, but the Voyagers couldn't do that. They'd be way too far from the sun for solar energy to be useful. So instead, they used radioisotope thermoelectric generators, which convert heat from plutonium into electricity. These power systems were put through some serious tests, making sure they would keep the spacecraft running smoothly for decades, even as they traveled far beyond the reach of the sun. Finally, the communication systems had to be tested. The Voyagers needed to stay in touch with Earth across vast distances. We're talking billions of miles. So, engineers made sure that the radio frequency systems could send data back home, no matter how far the spacecraft traveled. And with that, the spacecraft was ready. The careful planning, attention to detail, and intense testing ensured that the Voyagers were fully prepared to take on their incredible mission into the unknown. Building the Voyagers wasn't just about creating machines that could survive space. It was about building machines that could make history. Thanks to all the preparation and testing, the Voyager spacecraft has become some of the most successful and iconic space missions ever, charting a course into interstellar space with all systems go. Voyager spacecraft crossed into a new and uncharted territory while drifting further away from the sun: interstellar space. This vast, unexplored frontier holds mysteries far beyond our solar system, a place where the familiar rules of our cosmic neighborhood no longer apply. It's a realm filled with hidden wonders, and yet, it's a place of eerie silence and cosmic solitude. So what exactly is this mysterious space between the stars, the infinite abyss of the interstellar space? When we look up at the night sky, it's easy to think of our solar system as the end of the line. But what if I told you that beyond the stars we can see, there's an entire universe waiting to be explored? A place so vast, it's beyond anything we can imagine. This is interstellar space, the wild, mysterious stretch between stars, where unimaginable things happen. It's where stars are born, where they die, and where the silence is so deep, it feels like the universe is holding its breath. So, what is interstellar space exactly? Think of it as a huge, empty ocean between the stars. It's made up of gas, dust, and cosmic rays, but at first glance, it looks almost lifeless. However, this so-called emptiness is actually packed with hidden wonders. The space between stars is anything but empty. It's alive with incredible, mysterious phenomena that we've only begun to scratch the surface of. One of the most breathtaking things in interstellar space is the nebula. Clouds of gas and dust that are basically the birthplaces of stars. These nebula come in 3 types, and each one tells a different story. There are emission nebula, like the famous Orion Nebula, which glow brightly because of the energy from nearby stars. They're like cosmic factories where stars are born. Then, there are reflection nebula, such as the eerie Witchhead Nebula, which don't make their own light, but reflect the light from nearby stars. It gives them a soft, glowing look that's both beautiful and mysterious. And finally, there are the dark nebula, dense clouds of gas and dust that hide stars behind them, casting shadowy veils across space. But the beauty of interstellar space isn't just in the nebula. There's something else out there that might be even more dangerous. Cosmic rays. These are high-energy particles that come from things like exploding stars and active black holes, traveling at nearly the speed of light. And they're a serious threat to astronauts and spacecraft. These rays can damage both equipment and humans, so figuring out how to protect ourselves from them will be a key part of future space travel. And then, there's the temperature. Interstellar space is one of the coldest places you can imagine. Out here, far from any stars, temperatures drop to nearly absolute zero, the coldest temperature possible. It's so cold that atoms barely move. Imagine trying to survive in a place colder than anything on Earth, and you start to get an idea of what it's like out there. This extreme cold is one of the many challenges future explorers will face. The more we learn about interstellar space, the more questions it raises. How did our galaxy form? Could there be planets out there capable of supporting life? What would it be like to travel to another star? These are the kinds of questions that fuel space exploration. Each discovery we make takes us one step closer to understanding the universe, and maybe even finding life somewhere out there. So as we continue to explore this endless void between the stars, it becomes clear that interstellar space is far from empty. It's a place full of mystery, danger, and beauty, waiting for us to discover more. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll finally uncover its greatest secrets. Exploring the world beyond the stars. In 2012, Voyager 1 made history as the first human-made object to break free from the sun's gravitational pull, setting off on a journey into the vast unknown of interstellar space. It was a momentous achievement, and no one knew what surprises awaited the spacecraft as it ventured further from our solar system. Who would have guessed that this mission would end up challenging everything we thought we knew about space? Scientists had always assumed that beyond the sun's protective bubble, called the heliosphere, space would be quiet and empty. But Voyager 1 discovered something totally unexpected: a thick, dense cloud of interstellar plasma. It was like stumbling upon a hidden jungle in the middle of nowhere, where the sun's influence reached much farther than we had ever imagined. The universe had just thrown us a curveball, and we were left trying to figure it out. But that was just the beginning. Voyager 1 didn't stop there. As it drifted through this mysterious, unseen territory, it also picked up strange plasma waves, ripples moving through space caused by magnetic fields and charged particles. These waves were like an invisible ocean current, and they gave scientists valuable clues about the forces shaping the cosmos. It was as if Voyager 1 had discovered the heartbeat of space itself, a pulse no one had known existed. Then came the real jaw-dropper. Voyager 1 started picking up cosmic rays, high-energy particles sent out from distant stars and galaxies. These cosmic messengers were packed with clues about the history of the universe, its most violent events, and how stars are born and die. It was like finding a treasure chest filled with information about the entire universe, just waiting to be unlocked. What else would Voyager 1 find next? The excitement was only beginning. In November 2023, Voyager 1 hit a snag that grabbed everyone's attention. After decades of steady communication, it suddenly began transmitting garbled, jumbled data. The spacecraft's usual crisp signals were replaced with a series of strange glitches. It was like hearing a friend's voice crackle and fade in the middle of an important conversation. Engineers at NASA immediately sprang into action, trying to figure out what went wrong. They soon discovered the cause: a malfunction in Voyager's flight data subsystem, the system that packages and sends data back to Earth. This wasn't your average problem. It was a cosmic mystery with high stakes. But NASA wasn't about to let this stop them. They quickly assembled a team of experts to figure out how to fix the glitch, even though the spacecraft was millions of miles away. They spent months carefully analyzing the problem, and eventually, they managed to decode part of the FDS memory. This breakthrough was the key to fixing the issue. It was like finding the missing piece of a puzzle that had stumped everyone for weeks. Once the team had figured it out, they rewrote Voyager's software and sent it a new set of instructions, kind of like sending a robot a fresh set of directions from Earth. And just like that, Voyager 1 was back on track. It successfully transmitted its first clear data since the glitch, proving once again the brilliance and perseverance of NASA's engineers. It was a true triumph of human ingenuity, showing that no problem is too big to solve. As Voyager 1 continues its lonely voyage through the universe, it's still uncovering new insights about the mysterious space between stars. Its data is providing vital clues to the nature of interstellar space, giving scientists a better understanding of how the universe is put together and how it has evolved over billions of years. The journey may be silent, but the discoveries Voyager 1 sends back are anything but. Meanwhile, the Deep Space Network plays a crucial role in keeping us connected to Voyager. The DSN is a network of huge radio antennas spread across the globe, in California, Spain, and Australia, that work together like a giant cosmic phone system. These antennas pick up the faint signals Voyager sends back, even though the spacecraft is far beyond the edge of our solar system. It's like a giant cosmic ear, listening in on the whispers of our farthest explorers. But the DSN doesn't just listen. It also sends messages to Voyager, guiding it through its journey. Scientists often need to change course or give the spacecraft new instructions, and the DSN makes that possible. Thanks to this network, we can stay in constant contact with our spacecraft, even when they're billions of miles away. It's a critical lifeline that keeps the mission alive. Without the DSN, we'd be flying blind in the vast, uncharted darkness of space. What makes the DSN so incredible is its dedication. It operates around the clock, 24/7, ensuring that we never lose touch with our spacecraft, no matter how far they travel. Every time Voyager sends back data, it's a reminder of how far we've come in our quest to understand the universe. And as Voyager 1 continues its journey into the unknown, the DSN remains our steadfast companion, helping us unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, one signal at a time. In this grand adventure, the DSN is just as essential as the spacecraft itself. For centuries, our fascination with the stars has driven us to explore the vastness of space. The Voyagers 1 and 2 have been sending back exciting new information about this strange, uncharted world. Even though they're getting old and their power is running low, the Voyagers are still going strong, carrying a golden record, a time capsule of Earth's music, pictures, and a message from our past into the galaxy. Do you think these probes are still the most advanced in space exploration? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button to stay updated on the upcoming cosmic adventures. Thanks for watching.